Hey, what's up everybody? It's AmeerMortal and we're here for the next video. We're up in the Alhambra again today, so welcome to the next installment. Now we're going to do the usual structure of my videos. So we've got random things and we've got gaming news, but also I'm going to add a really specific story about games and the gaming industry today as well, so enjoy. Okay, so today's random thing for the video is actually I want to focus on my podcast fandom, I suppose you could say. I follow and I listen to loads of gaming podcasts, and I just want to kind of shout out some of them. So we'll start with the IGN based podcasts like Beyond is incredible. Jonathan Dornbush right now is the leader of the pack, and he's doing an amazing job. And also they have two of my favorite people in the games industry, Brian Altano and Max Scoville. They're like brothers from another mother, you know. They have this amazing dynamic, so I check out Beyond, it's incredible. And then you also have like the other podcasts associated with IGN. There's a bunch of them. Unlocked for Xbox with Ryan McCaffrey, who's an incredible legend. And then we have Game Scoop as well, which is one of the best. Check it out. Those guys have been going since the very beginning. Pretty much, I think they were, if I'm not wrong, they were one of the first podcasts with IGN. They're one of the longest running anyway, and it's hilarious and brilliant, so I love it. Then we're moving to Kind of Funny. So Kind of Funny Games, you've got Kind of Funny Games podcast, you've got also Kind of Funny, what's the other name of the other one? I've got it here somewhere. Just the Kind of Funny podcast. So they've got Kind of Funny Games podcast and the Kind of Funny podcast. So they've got tons of content on there, in their podcast and on their site. They create amazing stuff. Greg Miller is an absolute legend, and he recently announced he's going to be a dad, which is cool, so congratulations to him. So we've got Blessing Adeoye Jr., who is the latest host. He does an amazing job, of course. And we've got Tim Gettys and Kevin and everyone else there. I'm not mentioning enough of them off the top of my head, but they're amazing. They make me laugh every day. They are one of the best podcasts in gaming history, so highly recommend Kind of Funny content. So anything from Kind of Funny, check it out. Then we've got a slight variation on this. You've got Rooster Teeth and the Funhouse podcast. They are connected to gaming. But it's usually just general media stuff. So it's gaming, media, etc. And it's absolutely hilarious. So check it out. Anything from there. And also Kind of Funny are part of Rooster Teeth now, which is kind of the full organization supporting each other. The Trophy Room. Check out the Trophy Room, which is a phenomenal podcast as well by two fans of Kind of Funny who created their own podcast and are doing amazing stuff, so check them out. Easy Allies is brilliant, and there's been a lot of changes over the years, but it's still going, and it's fantastic, and it's keeping up the standard. And then recently there was a lot of changes with one of my favorite podcasts. Some of the changes are unfortunate because we lost a few of the hosts and the guests that I loved, but we're still going with some of the best names in the games industry, and that's Giant Bomb. So Giant Bombcast, if you check them out, you will be impressed. If you love gaming, jump in there. They've got a very long history. They also do this series during E3, where they get everyone together and all these games devs and big names in the industry, and they all get kind of a little bit tipsy and talk about life, games, everything, and it's brilliant. So check that out as well. And one final recommendation, because there's an absolute ton here. Well, yeah, the Game Informer show, of course, brilliant. What can I say? And MinMax. Okay, so MinMax is a spin-off show. Some of the people that left from the Game Informer show created their own thing, and they're doing amazingly. So I highly recommend checking out MinMax as well. It's just a couple of recommendations, but there are a lot more on my list. Oh yeah, one more I cannot forget to mention is Play, Watch, Listen, because that's Alana Pierce and other huge names in the industry. So I'll definitely check them out because they really worked well together. There's a lot of great chemistry. Austin Wintry's there as well as a composer for video games, and he lends a certain intellectual quality to the conversation. But of course the others are highly intellectual as well, and it's unbelievable the content that these guys create. So check out some of my favorites. I just wanted to recommend a few. There are more, but you know, if you want to know more, or if you're interested in more content from gaming podcasts, then I can let you know. I can send you a little DM or whatever. Put it in the comments, shout me out, and I will hook you up with some others as well. Okay, so the gaming news that we're going to go through today is firstly, Ubisoft have announced that they're going to do a free-to-play version of The Division. I love The Division 2. I've been playing for a long time, and they've announced one. It's called The Division Heartland, and it's going to be a free-to-play game, which is kind of cool because it will get a lot of new players in, people who are put off by the price tag. They'll come in and it'll be a bit like a Fortnite model where they get people in and then they'll obviously charge for cosmetics and different things like that. But yeah, I think it's a cool idea, and anything that adds to the Division world, the lore, and anything like that would be extra and cool for fans like me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Also, there is some news about shortages of the PS5. Basically, because of the global shortage of semiconductors, it's affecting, you know, loads of industries. Car production, tech production in general. It's hit the console market hard, and the news is that basically Sony have announced some predictions for 2022, stating that it looks like it's going to continue, and 2021 is going to be very similar to 2022 in that sense, so that's an issue, of course. Yeah, so there's another big piece of news. The Epic Games versus Apple court case has been bringing a lot of stories to light in games journalism. There's a ton to work through, a ton to use as examples, but the one I found particularly funny was the whole Peely situation in Fortnite. At one point during the court case, Kotaku reported that in the court they wanted to focus in on Peely, the skin for Peely, and basically this is the quote from Kotaku. The lawyer brought up a picture of Peely and asked, "Is there anything inappropriate about Peely without clothes?" And faced with one of the greatest existential questions of our time, Weisinger considered deeply before replying, "It's just a banana, ma'am." Okay.